everybody, Vaping Vinny here again, and I'm back with another hardware review for you folks. This time it's a mechanical mod made by Serisvape and designed by Earl Fernandez. You've heard of Earl, he's designed quite a lot of things for Tofu and various other companies. And it's the Bathala mechanical mod. There we are, with titanium Apox limited edition sat on top. Let's have a quick vape. Certainly seems to pack a punch. Wowzers. It's getting the power to that RDA quite well there. Oh yes. Cotton candy. Juice today is Mojo Occupy. Just so I covered that. Let's get this thing down on the deck. I'll strip it to bits, show you the ongoings on, and do that all important voltage drop test, which I have had some feedback off Battery Mooch, and he says it's a legitimate means of testing, but we are also querying my 30Ts, which I do replace my 30Ts regularly, and I have some more coming. But yeah, I'll do my voltage drop test, see what that comes out as, and then I'll come back up top and give my final thoughts, pros and cons on the Bathala, designed by Earl Fernandez, made by Serisvape. Okay folks, here's the Bathala down on the deck in its box. I'll just bring that up so we can have a look. There's the Chinese writing for the Bathala, and go on, focus camera. By Earl Fernandez, who designed the mechanical mod, made by Serisvape. And little purple sticker is because I have the purple mod. Very nice packaging, nothing else really on the outside. A few little guidelines and the Serisvape and the scratch and sniff code. There we go. Open it up and it's a two-tiered box. It's a little bit battle worn. This was given to me at Expo. Inside you have a plastic authenticity card, again with a Chinese, Indonesian writing, whatever that is, for the Bathala. Little warning on the back, and there's another card with various things of how to dismantle the mech, which I'm going to show you. And a warning about Ohm's law and knowing your battery safety for mechanical mods. I'll pop the mech out. Little bag of spares. All that's in there is 2 magnets, in case you want to change from spring to magnet, which is a good idea. And the tube. Let's have a look. Some nice emblem around the top. Cup it properly. Try that way. There we are. And some lovely venting holes. And the top of the mod. Come on, camera. Earl and Seris. The Bathala by Earl and Serisvape. Absolutely lovely. Strange grip sort of thing there. There's your grip in it. And an Ultim firing pin. Let's get inside this little mech. Pop the telescopic section off, and inside there's an 18650 adapter and a permanent insulator one in there, but no pink insulator at the 510, so definitely make sure your batteries are in good condition. We'll leave that one in there and put that adapter to a side. And the telescopic tube, pop the firing button off. It is copper, and so it's double threaded, this bit of tube, upper thread and a lowering thread for the firing button. Absolutely cracking thread, smooth as butter, proper smooth. There we are. Obviously it's a telescopic bottom part of the tube, again with more venting, which is superb, keeps that battery cool. And the threads, both ends, are really clean, and the threads on the top bit of tube are also Really, really good. Really clean threads. As is the 510. And the button. Ultim bottom bit. There's a few marks. This mech, as I explained, was given to me at Vapor Expo UK off the stand. I've been testing it quite vigorously. To dismantle the button, you have to unscrew this section, which is different. It comes out like so, and then it's quite simplistic really in its nature. All silver plated pin there. That bit comes off the spring. There we are. Silver plated spring, which just pops off there. It's quite a soft spring. If you like a harder throw, the magnets are stiffer. And even the Ultim comes off the firing button. Completely strip it down, which I've done earlier. Again, that's all silver plated, which is nice. And it just screws back together. The magnet the spring rather just wedges on there. And on there. Like so. Ooh, it's popped off. And then sits back in the top. And just screws back down again. Quite clever design. Earl's made a really good design for the firing button. Can't fault him on that. It's interesting that it's got the 2 threads on this section. We'll see how that affects my voltage drop test. It is constant contact as well, so that's a good thing. It stops any damage arcing to the cells. Like I say, the spring is really quite soft. Doesn't take much to press that in. And it's a fairly short throw, but it's protected. When you stand it on its end, it will not fire. And now I mentioned voltage drop test, so here we go. And it's bringing in my trusty old voltmeter. Let's test the cell. It's a 30T. It should be fully charged. It came off the charge. 4.18. Let me just get my calculator. So the residing wattage is 4.8. 4.18. Let's get this cell into the tube. Won't tighten that up until I've got the RDA on. It's my usual Apocalypse RDA that I like to use for the voltage drop test and try to use it all the time. It has got a silver plated deck as well. There we are. Let's just pop a bit more juice on them coils. Don't want to ruin my coils. The coils, as I always try and use, are 0.10 ohm Claptons. Let's have a go and see what we get. Starting at 4.18. That didn't read. Come on. $352. That didn't read again. I must upgrade this. 359. Let's just juice that up a bit more. And yeah, we're getting battery sag now. 359 was the best number, so we'll take that away from 4.18, 3.59. And that voltage drop comes out at 0.59 for the Bathala. Now I'll bring it back up top and give you my final thoughts on the
Okay,
Bathala
folks, so
from
back up top
Serisvape.
with the Bathala, designed by Earl Fernandez, made by Serisvape. Firstly, the voltage drop test. It came out at 0.59, which is not too bad. It's not too bad at all, really. Considering there's the dual threads on the bottom piece, I was using the coils, my normal 0.1 ohm Clapton coils, and on my usual tie APOC with the silver plated deck. I was surprised it was 0.59. I thought it had been slightly lower. I was expecting around 0.4 myself. I know other people have tested this and got lower results. That obviously depends on lots of different variants with the ohms of the coils. I just use what I use, and that's my test. End of. The mech. Mine is the Cerakoted purple colour. It's slightly jaded in colour, but this was taken straight off the stand at UK Vapor Expo and given to me for the review, and I vigorously tested it. And like I say, I'm surprised at the voltage drop test because it doesn't hit like a mech with that drop. But there we go. It is what it is. But it seems to hit well. It seems to hit really well. If I'm honest, that's just a standard Clapton 0.1 ohm coils, dual coils, and it really does hit. I love the design. Earl's actually been quite clever with the design, but I'm not too keen on the double thread situation on this bottom section. I think that could be liable for the voltage drop, maybe. Who knows? It's lovely and a great pro to have the silver plated spring firing button and connector button at the bottom of it. Love the button design, really clever button design. But it also looks a little bit like a Viking tube. The engraving around the top here is virtually identical to the engraving around the bottom of the Viking tube by Serisvape. But other than that, that's where the similarities really end. It's a 21700. It also supports the 18650 and the 20, the other little one, 2350, is it? I can't remember now. Takes that cell as well, anyway, whatever that is. Obviously, I run the 21700s. It's my preferred cell in a mechanical mod. And it delivers. The only con, really, is the dual threading, the double threading on that bottom section. Yeah, I can only think that takes away from the power. But for me, yeah, could we have got that button in and out without that bottom threaded section? It'd have been tricky. It'd have been tricky the way it's designed. But obviously this section is your telescopic bit to take the extra cells. So I can see why they've done it. Personally, I'd just go 21700 with it, do away with the telescopic bit, and just make it a solid bottom section with just the one thread to take the button in and out of. But that's just me. This section is actually quite nice to grip. It sits in the hand really well. The button with the spring is very gentle. It doesn't take much to press the button in at all. It's really simple, instant firing. Press, which is great. I'll have a look. And it looks quite nice. It's not a bad looking mech. I'm not too sure whether that should have been purple as well. Yeah, like I say, it sits in the hand well. It delivers power. Price point. I've seen it various. It's around £70 to £80 retail. And for that, it's a decent mech. It's a good mech. I'd put it more as an entry level mech. A beginner mech, maybe for someone who wants to start out, because you've got obviously the nice button. It's not too stiff like many others. For a new person coming into a mechanical mod, It'd be a perfect starter mod, and that's what I think it's aimed at. And obviously the price point is pretty good as well, really, let's be honest. And yeah, it's nice, it's comfy. Well, there we go, folks. For me, would I go out and replace this if I lost it? Probably not, if I'm completely honest, because I have other mechs that I prefer. But for people starting out, it's a lovely, comfy mech with a really nice button, and it hits well. So there we go. It's a starter mech. And that's where I'll end it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop a comment, a like, and subscribe if you've not done so already. I'll be back again soon with more hardware, more juice reviews, and the chat show, the League of Extraordinary Vapors, is coming a week on Sunday, the 16th. Be great to see some of you there. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll be back soon. Love and respect. Bye-bye for now.